wasn't oddly specific. I'm June, and this is the show where I talk about things I dislike about the things I do like, because the only way I know how to live is if I complain, because I'm a bitter bitch. Today, I have a very important announcement to make. I've been keeping it kind of secret. I've been keeping it under the wraps. I didn't want everybody to know. I didn't know how to reveal this to the world yet, but I do drink out of mugs, strangely, but that's not it. I am married. I got married, and I am in a very committed, happy, fulfilling, loving relationship with this Hatsune Miku figurine. We met years ago, and we finally got married today, and I love her, and she loves me, and we're going to be together for the rest of our lives. Her life is going to be significantly longer than mine, considering she's been, 16 for the past 10 years. But, we love each other. This episode, I wanted it to be about Vocaloid. I realized the moment I said I'm going to do an episode about Vocaloid that I hadn't watched, listened to, done anything close to even being related to Vocaloid since I was, not even a teenager. How old was I? I don't remember. I don't even remember how I found out about Vocaloid. I remember the first Vocaloid song I ever listened to, which was Just Be Friends with Luca, and then that's it. I just remembered Luca was really the first Vocaloid I ever even found out about. I didn't know about Miku. I only knew about Luca. I listened to about thousands of Luca songs. I was one of those people, I would fight in the YouTube comments about which Vocaloid was better when I first got into it, because I was Team Luca. I was like, fuck everybody else, she's the only one that matters. And then, I got hated on quite a bit, and I got into a lot of fights with people who were probably 40, and it was very strange. But I loved it. I don't know why. I don't even know who recommended it to me. It was back in those really pathetic years of my life where I was part of roleplay groups on Crunchyroll, and I would always surf for other roleplay groups to join because I was, pathetic and lonely. And, but it was a lot of fun. Role-playing, I like to quote it as a lot of the reasons why I think I'm a much better writer now. Role-playing really helped me think about characters in new and different ways, and it really helped me, plot on the fly. Role-playing was something for me that was very good for my writing life. Read of Rust and Gold on Wattpad. But Vocaloid, I don't know who recommended it to me. I know I definitely found it through Crunchyroll, one of the groups I was in, and then I searched it on YouTube one night before I was going to bed, and I listened to this Luca song, and it just changed my life. I don't usually talk about the music I listen to that much, because I think of music as something very personal. I don't really like telling people what music I like, because I feel like then they know too much about me. But I can share that I listen to Vocaloid because, my god, early Vocaloid fans, that shit was fucking wild. It was the fucking Wild West. There was ship wars. There was, do you guys remember the people who covered Vocaloid songs? Do people still do that? I have not looked into it in a very long time, but I remember first I got into Vocaloid and I was super dedicated to Vocaloid. Then I found out there were English covers or just covers in general of Vocaloid songs, and I got really into that, and I got really into the people who were making those, and there was so much drama over people singing I've never seen before. There were times where because they were singing songs, sometimes their accounts would get taken down because of the song's copyright or whatever. There were several cases actually where someone's account who was a cover artist, what do you call them, you titties or whatever, you titties, and they would get their accounts taken down. And there was a couple occasions where the second someone's account was taken down for covering Vocaloid songs, someone else would re-upload their songs. And there were times where they would just re-upload it and be give credit to the person who sang it, and just be but I missed it, and so I want it up. There are other times where people would re-upload those songs and say that they had sang them. It's such a weird form of theft to be I sang this. Because the minute you sing yourself, or the minute someone meets you and asks you to sing, you're immediately, like, you're revealed as a liar because you clearly don't sing like that. Like, that's such a weird form of theft and such a weird way to hope to gain popularity by stealing someone else's singing, because I just, like, what's the end goal to that? Because, like, as a writer, I don't condone it, of course, but I can understand why someone might steal someone else's written story and then try to sell it as something they wrote, because at least you could write just one book. No one's ever going to ask you, I mean, people are going to ask you to write more, but you could write just one book, sell it, and then whether or not you write another one, no one's going to be like, write a sentence and prove that you wrote it. Or even if you don't write as well as the book you stole, I've never, like, analyzed writing that closely where I could be like, that was definitely not written by this person when I read their other book. I mean, like, maybe there's a large gap in, like, quality, but, like, after editing and, like, all that shit, who knows? Maybe I wouldn't notice. But singing, you would be asked to sing again. You would be asked to sing a certain song, and when you can't deliver, people would know you stole it. Like, I just don't understand why people would do that. It was just, like, it was just weird. But there was so much drama over these people about, like, what they looked like, about, like, what songs they were singing, who they were singing songs with. And that was such a weird time in my life where I got, like, really invested in this drama because, you know, I love drama. There was one case where one of the cover people revealed what he looked like after, like, years of not doing it, which was also weird that people took such, like, entitlement to knowing what he looked like when he was popular on YouTube for singing, so what he looked like really didn't matter. But he had not revealed what he looked like for several years, and then he revealed what he looked like, and people were, like, upset because they didn't look the way that they wanted him to look. It was a very strange time in my life, and it started with Vocaloid. In a weird way, it really made me look back on young little June, the young, lonely little lad that I was, and how far I've come as a lonelier, stranger adult that I am. Like, when I got into Vocaloid, the thought that I'd be sitting at a desk, drinking out of a mug badly, with a Hatsune Miku figurine, and my Rillakkuma plush toys, wearing this, I'm dressed like a cupcake, the thought that this would be what I'm doing in my adult life was so far from the realm of possibilities. Like, I never thought I'd get to this point, not in, like, a sad, depressed way. I mean, kind of, but also in a, I never thought I'd actively wear this stuff in public kind of way. I mean, this clothing style I have been following since I was about 13, and it used to be much harder to get this stuff back in the day, and I finally have been able to start getting my hands on it, and I've finally been thinking about leaving my house dressed like this. Like, when I was in high school, I purchased a Hatsune Miku t-shirt from Hot Topic. That is a very depressing sentence. The Hot Topic in my town didn't even last that long. We had a Hot Topic for about 3 years, and then the Hot Topic closed. So that's the kind of place I grew up in. We were too clean cut for Hot Topic. You know what Hot Topic is? Hot Topic is the alternative fashion store for edgy people who aren't even that edgy. And our Hot Topic got closed. So we had Hot Topic for about 3 years. I got a Hatsune Miku shirt at Hot Topic. I was ridiculed to hell for wearing that shirt. People thought I was a weeb. I still get called a weeb to this day, and everyone who calls me that are cordially invited to run fades with me, because I will fight you. I do not like being called that. That is not what I am. I understand I have now released 2 videos where I've said I am rewatching Inuyasha, but you know what? I have not watched an anime since. The last time I watched an anime was in middle school, and then the anime club in my high school was very weird, but they're the only people I could be friends with, and a lot of them have since gone to jail. So that's the kind of anime people I grew up with, which is why I do not like being put in the same box as them, because they have done illegal things since we graduated. And I'd rather not get into all of that. I'd rather talk about my wife here and what it means to me to be holding this figurine. I've started going through my YouTube history recently, and I looked at some Lucas songs I used to be really into. All of those songs now I'm realizing are like 10, 9 years old, and it's like, What's going on with modern Vocaloid? How's the Vocaloid scene today? Didn't actually look into it before filming this, but like I really want to now. I think I should try listening to Vocaloid again. Do I still like it? Was really into the English covers when I was like a kid, but these days it doesn't really bother me that some music I might listen to might not be in English. Like, I've listened to a lot of French songs since then. I've listened to a lot of songs in like German since then. Like, listening to music that's not in English is no longer a big deal to me, because it's like, you know, maybe it's better that I don't understand. I don't need English to enjoy a song anymore. But I do miss those days, and I wonder what young little June would say about old little June now. Probably that I'm a loser, that I should have learned how to drive a car better, that we didn't hit that growth spurt that we really wanted to hit because I'm still short, that maybe I should learn how to drink out of mugs instead of just putting my drink inside of the mug and then just still drinking it from the original container. Maybe turn off the heat before you hit record. I think it's nice to look back on how far you've come from like the small things, because like, not to get pseudo inspirational here, but like, I am the nerd I wanted to be in middle school. I get to live out those nerd days now. And you know what the best part about being a nerd adult versus a nerd in middle school? No one's gonna beat me up. And I have that liberty now. I'm not getting my ass kicked for being a giant loser. And that's great. And that's what adulthood is all about. No one being able to kick your ass without you calling the cops. And I'll see you guys next time. Hey guys, just one quick thing. I will be looking more into Vocaloid, so there will be a part 2 to this. Because, you know, I'm curious about what's been happening in the past 10 years. But besides that, don't know if you guys noticed, but last weekend I started to stream Nier Automata. I'm going to be doing that every weekend until I finish the game, because I'm not going to do what I did with Couch and Full Body and just stream every time that I can avoid my boss. I will be doing it over the weekend, so if you want to join me and watch me scream at a screen for a couple of hours, I'll be streaming Nier Automata on Saturdays and Sunday. Also, this is my dog, but that's not what I'm talking about. I also just want to point you in the direction of Media Benders. You should follow us on Instagram and Twitter. We will start posting more about what we do here, because I'm obligated to tell you that, because that's who I work for. See you guys next time.